Gango, how's everybody doing, man? Welcome back to Man Blue FC. My name is Nande, and look, we're about to jump into another transfer daily reaction. And today's been quite the eventful day. I kind of woke up to some news that Kai Havertz is out on a knee injury. People are speculating that it might be an ACL. So, people are like, that's going to be a long-term injury. It's going to have certain ripple effects in the market. Arsenal are going to want to fill that void. And also, on a more personal note, I kind of found out today that we are no longer interested in offloading Savinho to Spurs. So, you know what that means? We have our own set of ripple effect. We have our own ripple effect going on at our club. Because it means that the move for Rodrigo, at least to Manchester City, is looking more and more unlikely. Listen, people, I'm very happy with the squad that we have, but Rodrigo is kind of like a favorite player of mine, at least when it comes to like Real Madrid players. I know a lot of people would go for Mbappe or Bellingham or Vinicius. Or even a Valverde. That is not that's not who I was kind of eyeing from that club. I was always insisted on Rodrigo. And it seemed like the carrot was dangled in front of us for the longest time. And now that these new developments have come out, it seems like that carrot is being snatched away. So I don't know how, I'm feeling kind of dejected about it. But yeah, I mean, we have like about 10 days to go before the window closes. So we'll see if you know what I mean, anything changes. Hopefully it does in our favor. But anyway, I want to check out this new, well, not new, it's like a day old. I want to check out this Robbie video discussing his transfer news with his football club Arsenal. And yeah, nothing much more to say besides that, people. Let's just jump right into it.
We got our Premier League campaign off to a winning start yesterday away at Manchester United at Old Trafford. It was not vintage Arsenal. 100% it was not vintage Arsenal. You got to say Manchester United probably, with a better team overall, attacking wise. But defensively, Arsenal was solid. And they got the 3 points. I mean, I was arguing with a lot of Man United fans. Well, I say arguing, friendly arguing, after the game, because a lot of them were saying we were lucky. I don't put that down to luck. Right, we capitalised on a bad error by their keeper.
Right,
our keeper was excellent.
Right,
made some really good saves. Saves I'd expect him to make, but made some good saves. And we defended well. Yes, we were sloppy in the game. Yes, that wasn't vintage Arsenal at all. But in the Premier League, you've got 38 games. Half of those games are away from home, and a lot of times you're going to have to dig in. I was at the game. The atmosphere was fantastic there. Obviously, it's their first game of the season. Their fans were up for it. They were up for it.
For all the non-English fans, man, can you imagine what it would be like visiting Old Trafford on opening day? Like, what type of buzz does that feel like? To all the people who were at the game, you know what I mean? Leave it on the comment section, man. Let us know.
Saka didn't fire. Martin.
How hyped are you guys for that?
But we got the 3 points. And that is the most important thing, especially when you've got a difficult start to your season. Away, first game at Manchester United, I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. That was, out of all the top teams, we had the hardest game of the weekend to go away to Old Trafford on your opening game of the season, and we've come away with 3 points. So I am very,
Everton
very happy.
would disagree.
But there were some signs from that game, and I'm not talking about on the pitch, off the pitch, that gives us a kind of insight into what is going on. When we hear all of these rumours going around about players, you get a little insight after games are being played as to who could possibly be moving and the strength of some of those rumours that have been coming out this summer around some players. Jakob Kivior yesterday, not even in the squad. He's a guy that's always in the Arsenal squad. He was not in the matchday squad yesterday. That heightens the rumours that he could be leaving
like a fullback
this summer, before the end of this summer transfer window.
Something tells me he's like a centre back though. So how is he always in the squad? He's always in the squad because Gabriel was
to AC
injured
Milan,
last
and
season.
one of the latest teams to be heavily linked with a move to Jakob Kivior is Everton. Everton interested
Everton
in
are
signing
bolstering,
Jakob
guys.
Kivior as well. But certainly
not
no
looking too
Kivior
bad.
in the matchday squad. What does that tell you? That tell you that, he could be on the move this summer. Another one that I thought was very significant was this one. Now, maybe am I looking into this too deeply? Leandro Trossard, who was fit to be in the squad for the game. Remember, he's been missing the past couple friendlies because of injury, but he was back in the squad. Martinelli was having a poor game. He got substituted, but they didn't bring Trossard on. They brought on Madueke to play on that left-hand side, who didn't look great, by
Trossard
the way.
is reported to have signed
down that left-hand side defensively by
a contract at his club
they didn't
that
bring
I'm
on
guessing
Trossard.
is not like an extension.
Now,
it's
again,
more so like
for me,
a
that's
pay
a
rise.
big indicator
So,
that Trossard
I don't
looks
know
to
what
be
that
leaving.
means.
A lot
You
of clubs
guys
have
will
been
know more than
interested
me,
in
Arsenal fans.
clubs in the Premier League as well. Aston Villa said to be one of those clubs who'd like to sign Trossard. 1 year left, as I've been saying nearly every day, on his deal, and no contract signed yet. And Arsenal know that they can get a decent amount of money for him. He's a very good player, a player you would have expected to have come on for Martinelli, but it wasn't Trossard. It was Madueke. I think Trossard is going to be on
How
his
did
way out
Madueke look,
this
guys, for
summer.
you guys? Like,
No Zinchenko.
were there promising signs
in
during
the
that Manchester
matchday
United
squad.
match? Like, he was one of the
Heavily
players I
linked with a
wasn't
move
like
away. Fenerbahce,
paying attention
according to
really.
the publication Sports, have had a bid agreed of around about £8.6 million. No confirmation on that. Real Betis are also interested in him. He's said to favour a move to Spain. Other clubs interested in Zinchenko as well. Arsenal would like to cash in on him. Not going to get massive money, but we know that Arsenal are looking to move players on. Again, was that a big indicator when you saw that he wasn't even in the squad for yesterday's game? Normally when he's fit, he's always in the squad. Eberici Eze, this one was interesting yesterday. He did play for Crystal Palace, played the full 90 minutes, scored what I thought was a decent goal.
That's right.
It was disallowed. All right, fair enough. But what a free kick that was. Man of the match in that game against Chelsea yesterday.
Incredible.
Interesting afterwards that the manager of Crystal Palace, Glasner, was saying that he expects Eze to start in the game they have on Thursday in the Conference League. Now,
that's going on already.
Rumors are
I almost
Spurs
forgot
gonna
about
make
the other
big moves
competitions. Actually,
to try
not quite,
and get
because
this
I've
deal
been
done this week.
contemplating the
Arsenal have really
Carabao
called on it.
Cup.
Could they come back in at a late stage?
Because I know that's
not
ongoing.
looking likely at this stage.
But I thought maybe like we had a little more time before we got
if
into
he
European
does go,
competitions.
They'll want the full £68 million. They're pretty relaxed on this one. They're in no rush.
Is there even a draw
they want big money
announced
for him.
for
I still think he's going to be moving.
the Champions League
Spurs are
matches?
still the favourites
That's
to
why I
get
feel
him.
like
Could Arsenal come in with a late bid?
that's still like
looking
a
unlikely
ways
right
to
now.
go.
But Eze, interesting yesterday. Glasner indicating that he expects him to be playing in that game, and there's been other rumours coming out of Palace that he could actually stay. Not sure about that. Not sure about that at all. But what about this one? Arsenal linked today with Antoine Semenyo of Bournemouth. Now, this one was a bit strange when I saw it.
Really?
Because Semenyo only just signed a new deal this summer.
Right. So I guess that's why it would be strange.
Bournemouth. But when I kind of looked deeper into it, it's more a contract extension to 2030. Now, that's a long contract. However, what are the terms of this contract? That's what we don't know. But Arsenal said to be showing an interest in him. Does he have something written in there that say if a certain club comes in for you, or if a certain amount is met, that they let him go? Because he was subject to huge interest at the start of the transfer window.
Nothing about a release clause.
He signed this extension
Not
to
yet,
the surprise
anyway.
of a lot of people. A lot of people are thinking, wow, I would have thought Semenyo was going to be on the move. But are there little stipulations in that contract? The rumours are that Arsenal are interested in signing him and have made inquiries about his situation. Interesting one to watch. I don't know. I can't really, say a yes or no on this one, but an interesting one to watch. He's a massive Arsenal fan. I'm sure he'd jump at the opportunity. He's horrendously racially abused in that game against Liverpool the other day, but he showed his character went on and scored 2 goals, 2 great goals as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a really,
guys, when
really
he equalized,
good
I
player.
absolutely fell out of my seat. I
Predominantly
was so
plays on the
excited
right
only
wing, but
for
can play on the left
Federico
wing, can play
Chiesa to kind of
centrally,
like
and
humble
naturally
me.
can do
So
that as well.
you know, but you know,
A
you
real
can
player
never
that,
dispute the
has a
performance
lot of
that
different
Semenyo
qualities and
gave on that match.
not a
I think
surprise
if
that
he
he'd be
does
interested
manage to
in
stay in
Arsenal. Strong
Bournemouth,
as well, Premier
it'll
League
be one of the
ready.
reasons why
One to keep an eye on. Antoine Semenyo
they'll be
being
dark
linked with a
horses
move
this season.
to Arsenal today. So those are the transfer rumours. Remember, we are here every single day. Transfer window closes on the 1st of September. Season's on the way. I think you saw from yesterday's game, Arsenal could do with a left winger, especially if Trossard goes. For me, Madueke better on the right-hand side. Didn't look great when he came on yesterday. Listen, it's the first game of the season. But I think Arsenal need a left winger before this transfer window closes.
You need more than that now.
Hopefully we can get it. Could Semenyo be the answer? Or should we go back in for Eze? Or are we waiting on Rodrigo? Let's wait and see. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Shout out Big Robbie. Shout out Don Robbie each and every time for keeping us updated. But a few good points there. Interesting points that I thought were one of the points were Semenyo's link with Arsenal and whether or not there's a release clause there or if they're even like interested in signing him in the current transfer window. You know, guys, Arsenal takes so much time to like complete these transfers. So I'm not expecting, but although I could be wrong, you know what I mean? I'm guessing everybody's now gonna, especially with the Kai Havertz situation, everybody's gonna be incentivized to kind of like rush it along. And by everybody, I mean Berta and Arteta, the people responsible for transfers. But Semenyo would be a good shout for those guys on the left, which you know that was Semenyo's position in the Liverpool match in the very least. I don't know if he can double up as a striker for them, but that would be a good shout. You know what I mean? I heard last season when this conversation came up about Semenyo joining Arsenal, people were kind of like dismissing it, saying, "Yo, he's good, but he's not like an Arsenal level player." I think after that brace he scored against Liverpool, a lot of people's minds should be switched. You know what I mean? You know, after that. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. He mentioned Rodrigo, who is everybody is talking about how he didn't start for Real Madrid during their opener with Osasuna, and I don't know what's going on with that situation, man. He apparently has fallen out of favor with Xabi Alonso. Yeah, I don't know. He was like a nailed-on starter, right? And now all of a sudden, Brahim Diaz, who I think is like a center forward, he's on that position now. Not even Federico Valverde, who was playing the 10 during that opener match. But yeah, a lot of interesting things happening. Guys, like I said, I've gotten my hopes completely crushed with the move for Rodrigo because we aren't, or it's seeming more and more each day that we're not going to go out for him, seeing as Savinho is going to be staying with us for the season, which I'm not completely disappointed by. You know what I mean? I like Savinho, obviously. I think he's a little rough around the edges, but you can definitely see there's a world-class player there in the making. So let's just see how everything pans out, man, as always. And you know what I mean? Shout out to you guys for the support that you always give, and leave a like on the video, leave a comment if you have to, subscribe to the channel. You know the business, people. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow, probably. You know what I mean? I gotta get this out today. And yeah, shout out to you guys. Peace out.